Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Terrifying Tuesday on this channel where we talk about all things horror. And today we have got to talk about Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey. The trailer dropped and it is crazy. So let's jump right into it. Alright, so the trailer for Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey has just dropped. And it is nothing like I expected it to be. And yet, at the same time, let's be clear, it is exactly how I hoped it would be. The trailer kind of starts off with Christopher Robin potentially being in some sort of session. He is apparently getting psychiatric help for his imaginary friends, if you will, which is Winnie the Pooh and all of this. And that's kind of what it looks like anyway. I'm not sure if that's the route they're going for. But if that is, that sort of brings to mind a lot of old movies that do the same type of thing. Mainly, the one I'm thinking about is Fright Night 2. The original Fright Night 2, the sequel to the original one, is good for that. It has Charlie Brewster in therapy trying to actually get over his delusion that vampires exist. Of course, he knows vampires exist. And he actually grows to believe that they don't. And I think that might be a cool route for them to take if Christopher Robin believes that something like that is going to happen, when in reality, his problem is actually very real. It looks like Winnie the Pooh is coming after Christopher Robin completely, and he's brought Tigger and Owl with him. And that is so cool, because Tigger looks absolutely astonishing. He looks so menacing in this movie. And they said he's the most menacing of the bunch, so I'm super excited to see all the bad things he does. Now, Owl, I'm going to admit, I wasn't impressed with Owl's look, although I think that it does look scary enough to work. And whatever his role is in this movie is going to kind of help to establish whether or not he fits in with the terrifying exploits of the rest of the crew. Now, I say that Owl needs to fit in with the exploits of the rest of the crew. However, we don't really get to see Piglet that much in this trailer, which is kind of disappointing to me, because Piglet looks amazing. Piglet looks so much better than he did before, too. So Winnie the Pooh and him are both improved upon. Piglet kind of has this whole new look to him, and it kind of reminds me of Danny DeVito's Penguin. That's just what I think when I think of how his look is now, but it's a drastic improvement. It's much more menacing to see this look other than that look he had before. That's what's really cool, is they made major improvements on both of these characters. And then to get these new characters coming in as well and see what they did with them. Both of these characters before looked really atrocious. They looked like guys in rubber suits. And that's no longer the case. That is just no longer the case, because Winnie the Pooh looks absolutely amazing. It's wonder what they could do when they have a bigger budget. And we had talked about this before, about them having a bigger budget. And that is exactly what happened. Basically, they started off with a budget so small that they could only do so much. And Christopher Robin isn't even in the movie for that long in the original. But it's okay, because this movie more than makes up for that. They have definitely upped the game. And why not? Their budget is that much bigger, and it shows. They put the money to good use. The costumes for these guys look great. Everything about this movie looks like it's going to be fun. And get this, the best part of all is we get to see so many violent scenes in this trailer. So we know they're not going to skimp on the gore. In fact, what was really funny about it was they show us some of the gore we are going to get, and some of it looks insane. We get to see Tigger in action. We get to see Winnie the Pooh in action. And Winnie the Pooh at one point even has a chainsaw, which is apparently on fire. Now, that effect just looks awesome, and that effect alone is going to make me kind of wonder how they do the rest of this movie and if it can live up to the insanity that is this trailer. But that's not all, because you know this movie is not alone. This movie is now part of a cinematic universe. That's right, the director and writer have sort of confirmed this is going to be a cinematic universe of its own. And I'm actually there for it, because we can't get a cinematic universe of Universal monsters, so why not give us one of old IPs that are now slashers? And we already know that this same person is making the Peter Pan one and the Bambi one. We've talked about it before. But what's really funny that I've heard is that the end credits is going to have something to do with who's coming next. Not only that, they're going to kind of hint throughout this movie at what's coming next, apparently. Now, I don't know if there's actually going to be an official end credit scene or if it's going to be over the credits or whatever, but we are getting a hint at exactly what is to come next. And that right there excites me as well, because we've been talking about this possibility for a while of them doing several different little films with these characters. So whatever they do with these characters next is going to continue to be this insane with this amount of budget, then I'm totally there for it. But this movie looks like it's got a better plot than the original did. The original just had a bunch of girls staying in a cabin, and Christopher Robin wasn't in it for very long. This one has them outright coming into the town where Christopher Robin lives and trying to get back at Christopher Robin. Now, I don't know about you, but that sounds pretty cool. And then you top this with the fact that he's in some sort of therapy to try to address his belief in these creatures, and then they show up. I'm down for that. And it looks like there's some sort of party where there's going to be a massacre. So everything about this trailer is really showing just how insane they hope to be. And I absolutely am there for it. I cannot wait to see this movie come out. Originally, this movie was supposed to release in February. Well, apparently that release date has been pushed back to March 26th of this year. But hey, that's okay too. Now, I don't know if that's a major theatrical release. I hope so. However, if it's only a limited release or it's available for streaming at the same time, I'm kind of hoping I get to see this movie as soon as it comes out, but I'm not sure if it will be playing in my area. And if it is playing in your area, how do you feel about it? Are you going to be excited to see this movie as soon as you can? So go ahead and leave us a comment in the comment box below, letting us know what you think. Share this video with all of your friends. They're going to want to be a part of the conversation as well. Hit that like button. It's free. It helps the channel. Miko says we need more subscribers, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. And while you're down there, hit that notification bell as well so you don't miss a single video we do. Then friends, at the end of the day, I know it, you know it, and Miko knows it. Fandom is family.